Welcome.
Here we are at 726 Harrison.
Yes, here we are.
Where you find out all the scoop that's going on in Harrison, Arkansas, and the surrounding area. And no, we don't have time.
And Darrell, our next guest, is like,
yeah.
I've got to deal with this. Welcome,
You're
Darrell.
all dramatic people, I must say.
I was just thinking, we can tell that we're at the theater portion of the show.
It's like I'm upstaging you, and I'm upstaging you.
Express how our gratitude is that you are showing up today.
Oh, my.
How you doing, Darrell?
I'm doing great.
Good.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
But busy.
Bye, see ya.
Then we have
We're done. No.
Now, you are the theater company president.
President.
Yes. And
With that comes a lot of responsibility.
Sometimes it is a good thing, and sometimes you wish you had a different hat on.
How long are you in for that?
Well, we vote again in January, and that's a good thing to talk.
You could do another term?
Could do another term, yeah. And it's up to.
Would you do another term?
I enjoy it. Like I said, it has its moments when it's, I love going. I love going to the public things, and I was thinking. We always give a report in January, and this is a good time to say this. January, we have our semi-annual business meeting, and we encourage anybody who wants to become a part of the theater company. Mm-hmm. It's a real easy thing to do. We ask for a $5 membership fee, which is very inexpensive.
Monthly. That's a yearly
That's not monthly,
fee.
and that's a year. I guess a lot of people don't know a lot about the theater company and what we do. We don't keep a huge checking account and a large money on hand. The only thing we really spend our money on during the course of the year is we do a scholarship at the end of the year for some of our graduating high school seniors that's been involved in the theater, and most of our money, I think, from the membership goes to that because we work through the OAC, and they kind of handle the financial side of responsibility for us, and then in turn we try to make them some money, and so. But anyway, we will have a January meeting, and we'll be electing new officers. We'll be giving a report. And where I was going with all this, I was just thinking the other day about giving reports and stuff, and what all we've done in the course of the year. I try to attend a lot of community things on behalf of the theater company. That side of it I really enjoy. Radio station here, McDonald's Breakfast Club, and a lot of that type of thing. So I enjoy it. Sometimes there are some headaches that go along with it, but I guess that comes with any organization.
Yeah, with anything. Yeah.
Well, not every two. Well, I don't know how to say it. Not everyone sees things alike.
Yes.
So you, as the mediator, I guess.
I try real hard. We have a board of directors for the theater company, and I try real hard to be the mediator for that. And very seldom do I actually ever get to vote. I can vote because I am a board member, but as a rule, I don't think maybe twice in the past year have I voted on anything.
Or needed to vote.
Yeah. If we have to have 4 board members present at a meeting to be able to vote, and one occasion I was the 4th board member, so I did have to vote. And as a rule, the president doesn't vote unless it's a tie or something. But normally we're pretty good about agreeing on everything. Occasionally we hit an issue or two that we don't all see eye to eye on.
Right.
Well, I like to talk about the theater company because it's made a huge push from over the years.
Yeah.
In the last 3 or 4 years, it has really reached out to the community, and it's also reached out to the younger people that are maybe interested in the theater company. It's offered workshops. It's also offered huge productions for a lot of people to be in, and that has and the productions have just been
it's
awesome.
blossomed within the community and gotten more people involved, especially starting with younger ones.
And that's kind of been an object for us to work on in the last few years, as we wanted to. Things are good. I'm not saying they weren't good. They were good. We just wanted to kind of take them up to another little bit of level, try to get a little more community involvement. You always need new people, as we get older in the theater and stuff. We do less productions, and we put less time into it, and we need new people to come in and kind of pick up the mantle with that and carry it forward. And I feel like we've done well with that. We I was looking on Facebook. We were commenting the other day. We have a Facebook page. It's the theater company Harrison, and in the last 6 months, the friends requests that we've got have just been phenomenal. Just a lot of new people
Good deal.
getting involved.
And with some of those productions that the theater company has put on, it has attracted other actors from other areas.
Other communities. We
and
actually
that really
Mountain Home, Branson.
Yeah.
We have people from quite a few from the Berryville, Green Forest, Huntsville area even.
Definitely a positive.
Yeah, so it's been good.
And those people get involved and they become involved in the play and they drive
Back and forth.
every day,
Yeah.
sometimes 50 miles or more
Yeah.
to be involved in that. And it's and they absolutely love it. And what is interesting to me lately is seeing some of the young people that get involved, and as a person you try to find yourself in life.
Yeah.
And when you hit on something that clicks inside you, then you have a purpose and you have a direction.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see those new people that have an experience either on the stage or behind the stage working on props or whatever. When that clicks with them, they become a different person.
Yeah.
And a confident person.
Yeah.
And that's what is interesting to me, because there's so many of us that go through our whole life and never know what we want to do.
It's true.
And for people in the arts, you're not born and you're destined to be. People want you to be a doctor, lawyer, whatever. But some of those people are creative.
Yeah.
And they may try that path, and it's always hard for them, and they're never satisfied until they find something like this. You've got people that come in the theater company that are in their 30s and 40s and find it for the first time, and they say, why haven't I done this before?
Well, and most of these people have a day job, so
All
they
of
devote their time.
Yeah.
They devote their time and their interest and do this for free.
Yeah.
So you find that
I got to tell something on
avenue.
someone, and everybody will know Tonette from over at the museum.
Yes.
And she's a super neat lady, and she'll get me later, but she posted something on Facebook about having told her husband, said, please keep me, when I go to buy makeup, keep me away from the glitter and the shiny and the bright colors and stuff. And I told her, I said, you know what? I said, you need to get involved in the theater. The theater's a place all of us come and get to be someone else. And, that's the place where she could wear the glitter and the shiny stuff.
She wouldn't have to
we
say,
all
"Honey,
have
keep
it,
me away from it."
Yeah, you can just come, and a lot of us, I have a friend that's Kelly Masters that was involved in Peter Pan, and we always tease her and Laura Shaw. They were pirates, and I'm always teasing them. I said, really, you're a pirate. It's just kind of their personality.
Yeah.
And all of us have kind of some inner people,
Right.
characters. Gives us a chance to be someone else, to do something else, or maybe you've always wanted to be a pirate. Well, guess what? That was
There
your
are
chance.
shows, exactly.
That was your chance to come and be a pirate. So,
Yeah.
and I love it too. We have a young man we just had auditions for Grease, and talking about
Or
young people.
Footloose.
Footloose, not Grease. I keep thinking Grease. Footloose. And I think we had over 50 teenagers, and I'm talking 13 to 21 to 20-year-olds. And one of the young men was talking to him, and he said, I can't get over how nice everybody is. Coming into the auditions and stuff, it's a lot of fun. It's nerve-wracking, but it's fun. It's come and just sit through auditions sometimes. It's
it's a hoot,
entertaining.
yeah.
You see a
It
lot
is.
of good stuff, and everybody's very supportive. You can get up and just trash your song, and everybody will just
be
clap
like,
and
"It's
cheer for
okay."
you.
Yeah.
They're there
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
And I love no, I don't love auditions. Sorry, I don't. But it's part of the process, and it is nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But as you said, everyone is so supportive that it helps to put you at ease,
Yeah.
because we're all nervous
Yeah.
at those things. Even
Yeah.
people that are veteran theater people are nervous at auditions. So
Yeah.
it's nice to have a
Yeah.
good group that.
And it's funny how you
Encouraged
auditions are hard for me. I always feel like I can sing my audition song 20 times and then get up on stage to do it
Really
for
like-
audition is like,
Yeah.
you just, what happened?
Yeah. So what are some of the stuff?
Yeah,
some
yeah.
of the things that are coming
Great
up?
things. Probably the next thing coming up is our, correct, and you guys will probably know as much as me, it's the Veterans Day show, November 10th. And that is Madeline Middleton is the director for that, and she has been working all year long on that. So it's going to be, I think, going to be a great show. It's free to veterans, and then to everybody else is $5. And
Now,
which
what
is-
kind of things will she be doing?
She is, I think, doing quite a variety of things. You know, Madeline actually was in some of the, what do they call them?
Wasn't she in
USO?
USO thing?
USO shows when she was younger, and so she has some experience of actually
Yeah,
being there.
yeah.
So I think she's going to incorporate a little bit of that into it. She has did research with local veterans, and she's been asking for photographs, and she is going to highlight some of the Veterans Day things that probably someone like me never even heard of. Some of the animals and dogs that
Right,
were
yeah.
heroes
Horses,
during
yeah.
the war, horses.
I
You
talked
know?
to her yesterday. She brought in a pile of old photographs from nurses, and she
And I
even-
think they're local, right?
yeah, some
local
people, and she's even got period costumes that people are going to wear and demonstrate. And also, she talked to about I can't remember the Indian tribe, but the code talkers. They would use these Indian tribes during that period in the World War I and also World War II. Navajo. I'm hearing in the background. Navajo tribes that had their own language, and they created a code, and the Germans were not able to crack that. They cracked every other code except
Wow.
that, and she'll be explaining that
That's
and
neat.
doing some presentations on that. So that's going to
sure
be
So
good.
that's
That'll
going to
be
be
a
a good,
fantastic-
going to be a good show. Immediately following that, and this is actually a college production, is True West. But we do have one of our theater company directors is actually directing that. Becca Wilson and Preston Garrison are co-directing that. And that's coming up November 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, and then a second week, the 24th, 25th, and 26th.
Okay.
Now, this is a show that they have done before. I did not get to see that show, but I understand
It was intense.
it's very great. I think Michael was injured in the last day, so they're.
So he wanted to revamp and
So
give it another
I think
whirl.
they kind of put their all into it.
And it was
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
because I know Michael directed it last time, and that's hard to do as a director and to be a star in a major production. And Becca
Has stepped in, yeah.
To
And
do
so
that.
that's going to be a great show. December 5th, North Ark is having their one acts, and I think this is actually I've been to 2 or 3 of those, and I think some of those are things where the students themselves have written their own
Monologues,
acts,
yeah,
and it's at
acts.
4 p.m. in the evening. That's the only thing you need to remember. That's an afternoon show,
And,
and
yeah.
I believe it's free too.
Okay.
And then coming up immediately following that, December 13th, 14th, and 15th, I believe that's the new dates for Sound of Music. And we just finished auditions for that, and I think it has been
Yeah, they're
100%
ready
cast.
and, yeah.
And so Jamie Taylor will be directing that, and he has a host of people helping him, and another big show. And I know Sound of Music is a very popular show, so we expect really good crowds. And you know, our crowds, as a rule, have just been growing. You know, our
That's what we
musicals
like.
are always good crowds for that because people like those. We do some awesome comedies, some awesome dramas in between those, and we don't always have the as big a crowd on those, but they are getting bigger. It seems like every time
Yeah,
we do one.
yeah.
The last one we had, Red Velvet Cake War, which you were in, was absolutely hilarious. People just went on and on about how funny it was, and
And
if
the
that's a
crowds were
comedy,
really
that's
good.
what you want.
Absolutely,
right.
yeah, it was really good, really good.
So,
yeah. I want to mention also that aside from the theater company, we are partnering up with the Harrison Daily Times, and we're going to be doing a movie week. I think it's going to be the first Friday of each month, and that's going to be a free event for everybody. And we're going to be picking family-oriented movies to play inside the Lyric, and it should be on a Friday night. Probably starts at 7.
Yeah.
And that's a free thing for the entire community, and those details have not been worked out, but look for that on a regular basis. Our thing we want, you know, we almost lost the Lyric.
Yes.
At one point, it could have been a parking lot or just a vacant building. But from insight from several key people in the community, decided to at least put the roof on it to where it wouldn't leak anymore, and then did a total renovation over several years, and now we have something. And I just came back from a conference in Little Rock where people from different towns are involved in the arts. And there was one person from Arkadelphia that is in the position that we were in 10 years ago. They just took over a theater and they're having to restore it. And you sympathize with them because you really can reflect on what we really have here.
Yes.
And it's real important that we try to do as much as we can to make that lyric accessible to everybody, not just plays, not just movies, not just
It's a part of
performances.
our community.
It is, and culture is I forget who said it, but they said if you don't have culture in your city, you don't have a city.
Yeah.
Because there's no connecting of anybody without culture. And we have a small portion of culture here, and we're just going to build on that. And we want to bring in things that can fill those seats up as many days as we can.
And I want to mention too that on the flip side of that, with a building that has been restored, there's always a constant need to keep the building going. There are probably things that need to be upgraded and all that. And with your support by going to the productions, as well as becoming a member of the Ozark Arts Council, you are indeed helping to support.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it is a
All of
the OAC, which covers the Lyric Theater.
We don't need you anymore, sorry. No,
Yeah.
just
Well, you're part of this, so I mean, you understand.
It's
Yes,
all
you
of us
do.
together. I mean,
Yeah.
no one organization or one person can sustain
Right.
that place. It takes an army of people.
And it takes these people out here that's in our audience that's watching the show to keep that support going. I mean, we have 4 air conditioning units on the roof right now that 3.5 are not working.
Yeah.
So we have
Wow.
one unit that cools the whole place. And if it's over 85 degrees, it will not
Does not
keep
cool
up.
it.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, they're
How's
this
the
week.
heat?
The heat is the same thing. It's
Okay.
cold in there during the
Okay.
winter. So we've had to go out on a limb and put some units in. They're actually putting the units, 2 units in this week.
okay.
Wow.
And that's a bill that we're going to have to pay
We
off
need to pay
somehow.
for 'em.
We need to pay
Right.
for them. So
So you can help.
Yeah. And when
Yeah.
you talk about movies, I want to say this real quick. That's an awesome experience to get to come in that old theater and sit down and watch a movie.
yeah,
And it's free, right?
yeah.
Yeah. And it amazes me that the people in our community that have not been in that building. And so I want to invite everybody to come.
Yeah.
This is a good time. Cost you nothing. Come watch a movie and experience that grand old building. And
You bet.
and you can tell talking to any of us, we love that place. That
Yeah.
you just can't keep from it.
Yeah.
We have visitors that come in, and we've probably both of y'all's got to take people on tours down
Yeah,
there,
it's
they're
fun.
just like, oh God, this place
Who
is
knew,
so
you know?
awesome.
Yeah.
That you never expect to walk in there and see those
Right.
gorgeous murals on
Right.
on the walls, and it's a grand place.
It is a grand place, and we invite everybody to come down. If you've not been in there, and sometimes I'll introduce an event that
Yeah.
goes on, and one of the things I'll say is, is this the first time that someone's
Yeah.
been in? And we'll have 10 or 15 people that have
Yeah.
never
and
been
drop
in there.
by anytime any of us. There's someone down there
Yeah.
quite often, and we're all more than happy to take you on
If
a
the
tour.
door's open,
We'll take you.
we'll
in.
take you on
Drop
a tour.
by there and come look at the
there's a
place.
lot of history there.
It is.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Well, Darrell,
Thank
what's
you.
what's coming up next year? What's some of the
Next
plays?
spring we have.
Everybody cut foot loose.
Well, that's a little later.
Yeah, I know,
Early
but-
spring we have a dinner theater, The Importance of Being
Right.
Earnest, which will be out at 12
That's
Oaks.
an ensemble cast,
That's
I
an
think.
ensemble
Uh-huh.
cast, and if you've never been to a dinner theater, it's a whole new experience. We limit to about 40 people. We feed you a 5-course meal. It's about a 3.5-hour evening, and so it's pretty nice, up close and personal with the actors. But that's early spring, and then immediately following that, we have Grease, which is going to be a huge.
Footloose.
What? We were going to do Grease, and I have that stuck in my mind. It is Footloose. We're going to be doing in April. We also have Rex's Exes, which is a sequel to the Red Velvet Cake War.
Ought to be
And
another
then
fun one.
our following season, next summer, we'll be presenting Oliver, which will be a huge children's production. We have Dracula next October
Wow.
scheduled. We have a play called the Musical Comedy Murders of 1940, which is a
That sounds
cool.
fun.
hilarious play, and I hopefully will get to direct that. At least I would like to. And then one where I'm excited about, it's still a year and a half away, is Shenandoah, and it's a Civil War musical. Huge production, and we've had a lot of discussion over it. It's, you know, when you start dealing with the Civil War, you know, there's some things there that are not pretty, but it's historical, and you know, it's a part of our history.
Yeah, you're out of
So-
time, Darrell.
Sorry, Darrell, you're done.
Thank you, appreciate it. Goodbye.
We'd like to thank all the guests been on the show today, and please support the Lyric and the Ozark Arts Council. It's a jewel in our community, and we need to keep that going as much as we can. Thank you so much for being here today, and take your hand away from me, please. Thank you very much, and we'll see you again next time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.